Good afternoon and welcome from London. So currently waiting for my train and I'm back off to the airport. Destination again is Sweden, so been having to go there every week for work, and that's been an incredible experience and a great opportunity career-wise as well. So that's also been shaping the vlogs a lot, and that's how you've been seeing a lot of Stockholm photography. Hope you can enjoy another vlog, and let's see what I'll find in Stockholm this time. Let's go check it out. And welcome from Stockholm. So it's already almost midnight and I just landed. Gonna replace tonight's exploring with some sleep and then hope to pick up the exploring as soon as possible. Gonna head to the hotel now and probably call it a night.
The next day.
Good evening and welcome to a rather spontaneous sunset chase. So I managed to finish work a bit earlier today and then as a result rushed back into town and tried to catch the sunset. So there it is behind me, just there. Unfortunately didn't make it in time and it just dipped, so that's a bit of a pity, but I do think work comes first and then photography comes second, so I don't regret it at all. And this is the setup I was focusing on, so tried to catch a bit of a Stockholm skyline over here, with the sunset over here, so I had to take quite a wide angle to fit that all in. And here's the shot I came up with. It's more of a silhouette shot, but I quite like it anyway. Still more or less in the same spot, and what's really caught my eye on this shot is this building over here and the reflections in the water just below, so hoping to capture that, and let me talk you through my shooting technique. So for this building you can still see some of the reflection down here, but there's also a lot of ripples, so I figured that if I'm able to long expose that as long as possible, then the ripples would smooth out and it would make for a much better reflection. But because there's still a bit of ambient light out, I can't really get the long shutter speeds just yet. So in response, I went and applied a ND filter to my lens over here. That's why this lens is quite blacked out at the moment. It's just a 3-step filter. But using that, I was able to get a couple of seconds on the long exposure. Managed to get the water really smooth, and check it out. This is what I came up with. So those of you who have watched my previous vlogs or follow me on Instagram may recognize that I've shot this composition before. It's in my previous Stockholm vlog, go check it out. And during that vlog I actually shot this just after sunrise, so the day was getting brighter and brighter and had some nice golden glow on the building. Right now I'm actually at a different angle and the sun's already dipped, so it's just early blue hour, and that makes for an entirely different atmosphere as well. Also the viewpoint's slightly different, so I guess I'll take a similar composition again and I think it will make for a much different photo. So here's what I had in mind for this shot. Again, trying to focus on the reflections and try capture those while trying to eliminate the ripples. So the best way to do that is if you actually just get a lot lower to the ground, the reflection's much stronger, like you can see now. And also, shooting from a low angle in landscape photography just gives the viewer a much more interesting angle and makes for a much more dramatic effect. So that's why I've got my camera set up on the tripod, and I've actually lowered the tripod a lot by shortening the legs and also changing the angle of the legs. So the tripod sits a lot flatter. And again, put an ND filter in the front of the camera, 3 stops again because it's already getting quite dark. And at f16 that allowed a 30-second exposure. And the reflections came through really great. Just as I had expected, the ripples cleared and the reflections are looking beautiful. Check it out. So it's mid-blue hour now and I have one more location in mind. By the time I've walked there, the blue hour should be even stronger, and then I'm going to use that to my advantage because the plan is to get the blue hour really strong and deep, so almost night practically, and then try to get some light trails from the cars below because I'll be shooting from a viewpoint. So hoping that turns out great. Let's go find this viewpoint and make that happen. So I've walked a bit further and can talk you through the plan a bit more now. So that church you see here in the background, that's going to be the backdrop for my next shot. And check this out on my side here. So the plan is to go to this viewpoint over here and then focusing on this road, potentially get some light trails winding down the hill, and then using the city with that church over here as the backdrop. Let's go head up here and see if we can make that happen. Okay, so now I'm on top of that walkway I just showed you from the bottom, and view's looking pretty spectacular. Hope to get the composition and had that plan in mind, so let's set it all up and see if we can pull it off. So my idea didn't work out in the end because initially I was really hoping this road would look really amazing with light trails, and then I wanted that church in the background and that one as well, but on the wide angle the composition really looked all over the place, very messy in the foreground, and the light trails weren't coming out very good on this bridge either. So I scrapped that idea, and then instead I've moved to my telephoto lens and I'm zooming in on just this bit back here, so only focusing on this bridge with the trains coming out and the highway with the cars back there, as well as this little corner over here with some light trails as well. I think that composition's much cleaner and makes for a much more compelling shot. Let me show you how it turned out and let me know what you think in the comments below. So despite being in Stockholm primarily for work, I'm really happy that I do get a bit of free time here and there to explore the city a bit and get some amazing photos along the way. I hope you enjoyed joining me on this journey, and if you did, be sure to like and comment, and if you aren't already, please subscribe. See you in the next episode. Good night.